High school football from across the desert Southwest is here. Varsity Blitz starts right now.
Welcome to the Varsity Blitz Award Show. I'm Sam Kirk, and that's Paul Vizzello. We've got a stacked slate of honors tonight, so let's jump right in.
First up, we're staying local. Yuma County, it was a season with plenty of twist, but Yuma Catholic and Gila Ridge stepped up and delivered when it counted.
Absolutely, Paul. Every Friday night brought big moments, bigger performances, and athletes who really made an impact.
Yep, and through all that action, one player separated themselves from the rest of the pack.
No question about it. Let's reveal our Yuma County Player of the Year.
The 2025 Yuma Offensive Player of the Year is Gila Ridge's Prentice Box III. The running back averaged nearly 130 yards per game, totaling 1,648 yards and 22 touchdowns, the highest out of any skill player in Yuma County, and was the anchor of the Hawks offense that made it to the state semifinals for the first time since 2019 in what was a historic season.
Let's transition to the other side of the football now. This year's Defensive Player of the Year comes from Yuma Catholic, and it's none other than linebacker Sean Carter. The senior held the Rocks defense down, not only leading the team, but being 8th in the state of Arizona with 138 tackles. He also added 2 interceptions, one of which you just saw right there. Paul, 2 deserving guys right there. Carter, who played through injuries all season, and Box, who came out of nowhere to make a major impact for those Hawks, helping their young quarterback push that team all the way to the state semifinals.
Well, Sam, that sets us up perfectly for our next award, the Newcomer of the Year.
Yeah, Paul, let's continue it, which goes out to Isaac Solis, the junior quarterback out of Gila Ridge. While the main anchor of this offense was Prentice Box, who won our Player of the Year, Solis was a beast in the passing game, throwing for over 2,400 yards and a whopping 33 passing touchdowns. That number would lead the entire desert Southwest. He also posted an excellent quarterback rating of 119. Let's stay in Yuma County and on that same campus for the Coach of the Year award.
Yeah, not too much of a surprise there, as Jessica Slaughter is your 2025 Yuma Coach of the Year after leading this team not only to the playoffs for the first time since that vaunted 2019 team we were just referencing, but the semifinals, Sam.
Yep, Coach Slaughter has so much love for this team. During an interview, she said the kids on this team feel like her own sometimes. Congratulations, Coach Slaughter, on an incredible season and this award here.
Yep, and you don't have to go very far for this one because it's Gila Ridge's defense, which was a suffocating unit the entire year.
Yes, Paul, this unit wins Defense of the Year, doing everything you would want out of a unit. They had 11 hats to the ball at all times, like star Drake Phillips would say, causing those turnovers, getting to the quarterback as well.
The Hawks racked up a whopping 48 sacks on the quarterback and had 90 tackles for loss.
And we could generally shout out every player on this team, but got to give credit to that defensive line. Andy Rodriguez, Chris Inglet, Drew Caldwell were all top 35 in the state of Arizona in those sack stats. In fact, Caldwell was top 10 with 14 sacks.
We have plenty more of awards to get to, including our Imperial Valley honors and our all-22 rosters for each county. Stick around for more Varsity Blitz coming up after the break.
Celebrate the season at El Centro Motors with our year-end sales event. Enjoy 0% interest, $0 down, and no payments for 90 days on select models. Your holiday upgrade starts now. Plus, choose 0% for 72 months or unwrap up to an $8,000 rebate on select models. Make this season unforgettable. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. It's just that easy.
Hi, I'm pulmonologist Dr. Jamie Rutland. Did you know we take 20,000 breaths a day? And when we inhale, we invite all the contaminants in the room into our airways? Indoor air quality can be 5 to even 100 times worse than outdoors. Meet the Air Doctor. It's your prescription for clean air and the only hospital-grade air purifier equipped with advanced Ultra HEPA filters, proven to improve your indoor air quality and overall health. I can confidently tell you that if it's in your air, it's in your body. Check this out. this would have been in your lungs.
And now you can breathe better with this exclusive TV-only offer. Save 40% now on your hospital-grade Air Doctor.
What makes Air Doctor hospital grade? Well, it's a triple filtration, including an ultra HEPA filter that removes virtually 100% of the smallest and most dangerous contaminants down to 0.003 microns, including mold spores, pollen, smoke, pet dander, even bacteria and viruses that make you sick. That's 100 times smaller filtration than ordinary HEPA purifiers. That means you can breathe easy, knowing your family can get relief from allergies and asthma and reduce airborne diseases.
Look what the Air Doctor trapped. I wouldn't want my kids breathing this in.
Air Doctor takes the guesswork out of clean air. A pre-filter captures large particles. The carbon filter removes smelly odors, dangerous gases, and harmful volatile organic compounds. The Ultra HEPA filter captures microscopic contaminants, even bacteria and viruses. And the Air Doctor smart sensors measure pollutants, automatically adjusting the filtration.
It's pulling the pollutants out, it's pulling the allergens out, it's even pulling the toxic chemicals that our cleaning products leave behind.
Call or go to tryair40.com now. Get 40% off our best-selling air purifier. Plus, every Air Doctor comes complete with our 30-day Breathe Better money-back guarantee.
Call 1-800-352-8316. That's 1-800-352-8316. Call now.
You're watching Varsity Blitz. The best highlights, the best plays, continuing right now.
Welcome back to the Varsity Blitz Award Show.
We just gave you all those awards from Yuma County. Now we're shifting our focus to the Imperial Valley, a region stacked with tough programs and some serious talent this season.
Yeah, Paul, week after week, we saw these teams down there putting on a show and a ton of players making their mark.
But before we break down all of that, there's one athlete who stood above everyone else.
That's right. It's time to recognize our Imperial Valley Player of the Year.
Enrique Armas put together a season that ranked among the best anywhere in the country. The senior running back finished top 4 in all of California and number 1 in the San Diego section in 2 major categories, including an incredible 234 rushing yards per game and a section-leading 33 total touchdowns. Those aren't just big numbers, they're video game numbers, and he put them up week after week. Enrique Armas dominated at every level, and that's why he's our Imperial Valley Player of the Year.
And now from lighting up those scoreboards to slamming the door shut, we move to our Defensive Player of the Year, Imperial Samuel Ruvalcaba. One-man wrecking crew, a 6'4", 200-pound problem for any offense that lined up against him. He piled up 83 total tackles, including 52 solo, and finished with 10 sacks, making him one of the most dominant and disruptive defenders in the entire Imperial Valley. The leader, the playmaker, the engine of that Tiger defense. Samuel Ruvalcaba is your Defensive Player of the Year. Paul, it's been a big night so far. We still got our all-22 rosters coming up, but first let's talk coach, newcomer, and best defensive unit in the Imperial Valley.
I like your thinking, Sam. Tough choices this year. So many teams had breakout seasons.
But when it came down to it, these are the ones who made the biggest impact.
I would agree, and now we wrap it up on the headset with our Coach of the Year. Hopeville's Jason Turner is continuing to build a solid program, guiding the Vikings to a 92 season and an IVL championship. In his 9th year at the helm, Turner's program remains one of the most consistent and disciplined in the region, built on physical football, player development, and a culture that expects to win. A steady leader who once again delivered results. Jason Turner is your Coach of the Year.
And now let's talk about a sophomore who burst onto the scene and took the Imperial Valley by storm. Imperial quarterback Santonio Urena stepped in and immediately looked like a veteran, passing for 2,300 passing yards and 25 touchdowns, leading those Tigers to a 9-2 record. He averaged over 215 passing yards per game, ranking top 15 in the entire San Diego section, and showed poise far beyond his age. A talent on the rise for the future of Imperial football. Santonio Urena is your Imperial Valley Newcomer of the Year.
All right, we've got our Defensive Player of the Year locked in, but now it's time to recognize the group that made life miserable for opposing offenses all season. When you look at the numbers, one unit clearly separated itself. That is Palo Verde, who put together a dominant year, 2 shutouts, holding teams under 14 points in 7 different games and setting the tone every single week. When it mattered the most, the Yellow Jackets shut down opponents in the postseason, allowing only 20 points across 3 games. They were fast, physical, and consistent, exactly what you want from a defensive unit. And for that, the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets are our Defensive Unit of the Year.
And there are those Imperial Valley awards, so a lot of hardware we gave out here tonight, but we still have those all 22 rosters for you guys from both counties. We're going to recognize over 40 players, so stick around. We'll be right back with more Varsity Blitz.
Toyotathon is on. Discover holiday magic with a new Toyota. Take a 4Runner skiing.
Wow.
Sick. Pick out the perfect tree with the Tacoma.
Bingo.
Or find the best sledding spot with the Grand Highlander. Whoa. 'Tis the season for Toyotathon. Oh, Santa got my letter.
Create your own holiday magic with a new RAV4. Now lease an adventurous RAV4 for just $299 a month. That's right, just $299 a month.
Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
You know what, Doc? Ever since I came back from my music tour, I've been feeling great.
Well, everything looks great. Your blood pressure's normal, your cholesterol's in check. Just need to check your lungs and we'll be done.
Oh, no need for that, Doc. Let me show you what I got.
Charles, I don't think...
So, what do you think, Doc? Still got the golden lungs, right?
Do you have a yo-yo smile? Sometimes yellow, sometimes white. It's a constant battle between everyday stains and whitening treatments. Until now, get Smile Actives, the daily teeth whitening breakthrough that gives you a more youthful smile and helps you keep it.
If you could use something so easy like Smile Actives to take yellow teeth to white teeth, why wouldn't you?
Just add Smile Actives to your favorite toothpaste and watch the magic happen. Our patented Polyclean microfoam lifts away deep stains for a dramatically younger and whiter smile.
You have a choice. You can have those yellow teeth and just be old Nana or Pop-Pop. I love my white teeth.
Clinically shown to brighten your teeth 5 shades whiter in just 7 days. Smile Actives lifts away even the toughest stains from coffee, wine, and food. Get Smile Actives for just $24.95 and we'll double your order. Free. Smile Actives is guaranteed to work. Whiten your teeth or get your money back. No questions asked. Scan the code, go to smileactives.com or call to get your beautiful whiter smile now.
Pick up. Joe, pick up the phone. Open up, man.
Connection saves lives. Reach out and check in on a loved one today.
You're watching Varsity Blitz, the best highlights, the best plays, continuing right now.
Welcome back, everyone. Paul, we've given out a ton of hardware here tonight, but we still have the biggest honor to hand out, our all 22 rosters for each county.
These picks were tough, Sam, but we think we made the best calls possible.
And to make it even bigger, we created 2 separate teams for each county, recognizing 44 players who made an impact across the football region.
That's right, Sam. And these teams were super impressive. We'll start off with Yuma County, their first team offense at quarterback, Nash Ott. In the backfield, we have Prentice Box III and J.R. Polk Jr. Brody Amon, Gabe Koda, Kanai Hongo make out our receiving core. At flex, we have Alex Acuna, the running back from San Pasquale, and that offensive line who stonewalled defenses all year. Colton Paquette, Miguel Escalante, Colin Duchesne, Gage Marks, and Danny Reyes.
So that rounds out the Yuma County first team offense. Congratulations, gentlemen. You are a part of a special group. We'll talk defense now here in Yuma County. Some of those same teams here being represented well here tonight. Drew Caudle on the D-line, as well as Andy Rodriguez from Gila Ridge, Sahid Verdugo Hugo and Cesar Fernandez from Yuma Catholic, both having phenomenal years for the Rocks. Chris Contreras from Cibola, Sean Carter and Max Orozco also in that linebacking core, then followed out by a DB room full from Jake Phillips from Gila Ridge, David Haynes from YC, Daniel Sainz from Cibola, and to round out the list, Isaiah Martinez from San Pasqual. And now we want to get to our Imperial Valley list. Again, more honors to give out here as we want to show you that Imperial Valley first team offense. You might have already heard some of these names, but we want to shout it out here once more. Santonio Urena coming in as our quarterback. Again, a big year for those Imperial Tigers. Enrique Armas comes in as your running back there, who had a wonderful season. Again, smashing Holtville records on the way to his 33 touchdown year. Darren Hueso as well. Gio Robles at the wide receiver position, a monstrous year for Imperial. Alan Carrillo coming in as wide receiver 2 for the Holtville Vikings, coming in on a big year, over 10 scores and over 900 yards on the year for Carrillo. Emiliano Morales, too, made plays for Central all year long. He comes in as your wide receiver 3. Joe Johnston from Southwest, too, comes in as your flex 2, representing the Eagles here on this list. How about the O-line? We have Ezra Fivila, Maximilio Hernandez, Abraham Apodaca, as well as Andy Rodriguez and Connor Chaplinuk from Brawley. So a big-time list there on offense, representing a ton of different schools. Paul, let's show you what that Imperial Valley first team defense is all about.
This was a super impressive unit, Sam. We'll start off with that D-line. Jordan Malik from Imperial, the duo from Brawley, Jack Fisher and Jared Gutierrez, and representing Hopeville, Tyson Abdullah. In that second unit, Matt Liziola, Sammy Rubicala, Aiden Arakive from Brawley, and those DBs, Mario Gaxiola, Josh Garcia, CJ Acosta, and rounded out with Kenneth Salazar from Palo Verde.
And what a list there, Paul. Again, we wanted to create these lists and show you guys, again, these rosters, be able to credit as many players as we've had here throughout the county. Again, credit to all these guys. Again, tough decisions we had to make in order for these lists to really happen. Credit to a lot of people, even not on this list. There was a lot of talent, especially in the Imperial Valley League here this year, Paul.
Yeah, Sam, I think, honestly, it's more talent than we were expecting to see. A lot of teams made some improvements this year, and several teams making deep playoff pushes even to add to their resume, making for a great season across the Desert Southwest.
Yeah, you said, again, ton of great players. There was guys that we left off the list that definitely deserve to still be recognized here tonight. If we could bring up some of those honorable mentions here that we did want to show you guys, including Ozzie Martin from Antelope, Leo Perez from Yuma Catholic, Richard Vizcarra from Vincent Memorial, Christian Richards from Palo Verde, as well as Aiden Walker from that same Palo Verde lineup.
And also, we would like to recognize Chris Dominguez, Marquise Montag, Lionel Conchola, Chris Inglet, and Chris Alvarez for terrific seasons.
As we keep moving here down this list, Armani Robledo from Central also earns an honorable mention, including also Ivan Tapia from Gila Ridge. That whole offensive line earning them name on this list. Again, a wonderful year for that offense, who was truly unstoppable. And Andre Lopez from Calexico also earning and representing the Bulldogs here as well. So huge shout out to everyone here that was represented here tonight. There's still tons of guys from across our area that we didn't shout out. And again, a wonderful season. Paul, talk a little bit about some of the takeaways you've had here in your first season covering football in the desert.
It met every expectation and even exceeded them, Sam. Plenty of talent, very impressive play across the board, and a lot of rivalries that, doesn't matter what your record is, who you're starting, teams really rival here and care about their schools, and it was great to see them compete against each other, especially in that Desert League this year.
In the Desert League, like you said, just a lot of great football that happened here this year between the Desert League, the IVL, again, with Holtville coming in this year and making absolute headlines, winning the whole thing, taking down Central, Imperial, and Brawley back to back to back. I mean, what a year it was for those Vikings. Same with the Tigers, too, of Imperial. Had a great season. Unfortunately, it came to an abrupt end and in the postseason to San Diego. When we look at Central, too, that's a team that lost a couple games down the stretch, Paul, but made it all the way to the CIF final still.
Super impressive. And then to add on to them, another team making a deep playoff run, Palo Verde this year, with Wally Grant coming back, completely turning around their program. And it just goes to show how much a coach can make a difference to the program. And it was great to see them turn around.
Yeah, again, 2 CIF title appearances for us across the Imperial Valley area. Gila Ridge making it all the way to the AIA state semifinal. Again, shout out to our Coach of the Year, Jessica Slaughter, for such an amazing year for those Hawks. Again, really building some momentum heading into next fall. Shout out them, and Yuma Catholic, too, for all those guys that were 0-4, 0-5 on that roster. Congratulations on a really impressive finish to your football season, Paul. As a former player, it's not easy always to get up after those losses.
No, it is not, Sam, but it makes it even more impressive when you're able to bounce back and win. And I will say also, I want to add, there's a lot of young talent on these teams too, so even higher expectations for a lot of programs going into next year. Some of them have learned how to lose and bounce back, like we just alluded to. Some of them have that high expectation and they'll look to continue that, but plenty of storylines to follow next year, plenty of good programs.
And a lot to look forward to, and we can't wait to bring you guys more coverage again next fall. But before we want to wrap up, we want to give a huge thank you to all our highlight shooters, including Jalen Fung, Morgan Feller, Eduardo Morales, for all their hard work this season.
And we can't forget the coaches and athletic directors across the area who helped make this all possible.
Absolutely, Paul. We appreciate everyone who put in the time to showcase these players and celebrate their success. Thanks for joining us this season on Varsity Blitz.